There are surprisingly a lot of things to report back on again this week. Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the After Action Report. We have finally hit double digits of the episodes. It's crazy to think. I'm also running out of prestige badges, so I'm probably going to have to switch over to like Blackout and zombie icons, but that's beside the point. I am, of course, Shani today, and this week there is obviously a ton of stuff to chat about, so I'm going to jump straight into it and let's chat about the game. To get started straight off the bat, I will reference last week's episode where I said, hey, we finally in South Africa, we got CODZA back into our restricted playlist. There was obviously Down But Not Out, which was introduced into the world of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and I was a little bit of a sad panda because we didn't have it here locally. Surprise, surprise, with Tuesday's update, we got it here in South Africa. I don't know if Xbox and PC players have it in South Africa. If you are an Xbox or PC player, please let me know in the description below, not in the description, in the comments if you guys do have the Down But Not Out playlist. It does not count towards your quad wins, which is unfortunate considering that I'm on 49 quad wins and I just need one more, and then I won a game this evening and it didn't count and I was super bleed. Down But Not Out is not for everyone. I will say that straight off the bat. It is not for everyone. There are 5 sets of redeploys, and then obviously final circle you run out of redeploy. What I also really like is how you land with a strafe and like 5 bandages. I really like it. I know I'm not exactly the majority on this, I don't think. I know a lot of people really don't like the new mode. A lot of people are saying it's way too intense, they don't like it, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that it's so chaotic. I love that it's crazy. Enough about that though. There have also been a bunch of new tiers added, which is also cool, which obviously adds a new weapon right at the very end. It's only 25 tiers to earn, so totally worth it. And everyone was freaking out about how the weapon's coming in, and I'm just like, oh, but I'm so excited for the wavy mode, man. That's just clearly I'm just playing a different game to everyone else. Finally, I do want to make note that League Play was mentioned to be coming at the end of January. Obviously, we have like a week left of January, less than a week left of January by the time this video goes out. So hopefully by next week, Tuesday's update, we get League Play. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe they push it out even further, and I think everyone's going to be really salty about that. But that is something to keep on our radars. But that is the game for this week, and let us move on to the scene. Now, there is a ton of stuff obviously always going on within CODZA. Obviously, Mental State, the qualifiers towards the Pro and Open Leagues are well and truly underway. I know teams have up until the 31st of January to finish all of those group stages, and before we figure out who is moving into Pro League and who is staying in the Open League. Obviously all of those details can be found on Mental State social media and stuff. Here are the current groups. Obviously I do not know who has been eliminated and going into Open League or Pro League. If you're wondering about who's in each roster, this is an awesome artwork that I've put together. If you want to read through it a little bit more in depth, then make sure you pause the video and read it a little bit. All of that information was taken from the Mental State website. Some confusion I've seen in the Mental State Discord surrounding Pink Power Rangers. Apparently this roster has split up, and no one's really getting back to anyone about making time for games, so I don't know what's happening there. I will keep you guys updated with that. Once we move into Pro and Open League, obviously I'll be able to give you updates on scores and ladders and who has so many points and whatever. But if you do want to see the current group standings of how people are going in groups, then you can go check that out on the website. Moving on, let us chat about VS Gaming. Now, VS Gaming's games are obviously also well and truly underway. As much as I would have loved to have the same level of artwork, that is the plan for next week, but I am waiting for a bunch of teams to still submit logos, and I didn't want to leave the logos off. I do absolutely prefer having the logos on, so if you are a member of CODZA, send me your team's logo via DMs on Twitter. Go for it. My DMs are open. This is my handle. Please make sure to send those to me so I can do the same as what I did for Mental State on the VS stuff, so I can talk about the groups and all of that, and obviously who's progressing through all of the things and the stuff. But if you want any of those details, you can go check out the VS Gaming website. Raving Mad Gamers, the teams, you guys have until the 26th of January to register. That is obviously the tournament that I chatted about last week. In Ace LAN, obviously they had their LAN that happened last week, and Team Rahil managed to come out on top, and that team was made up of Kovs, Nato, Adrian, Levkov, and Lithium, so they walked away with first prize. Brad Cherry made a surprise appearance. Surprise, surprise, he's in South Africa. It was really good to see him. I got to see him earlier in the week. I got to see him on like Tuesday. Speaking of Ace, they do have another LAN. They've announced another one that is going to be happening on the 2nd of February, so if you missed out on the first one, this is a little bit of an easier chance for you to put a team together a little bit more effectively. That is obviously, like I said, 2nd of February, and I think you have until the 31st of Jan to register. ACGL has a ton of happening all the time across platforms, across different esports, so make sure you go check out their website. But they do have a 5v5 BO4 taking place this weekend. That is going to be on the 27th of Jan. Details for everything, guys, just down in the description. It's so useful to go check the description and click the subscribe button while you're there. Then they have also announced how XP Scrim ladders are going to be making their way back from the 25th of January, which is obviously today. So hey, if you're looking to gain some more XP, they do have their XP Scrim ladders that have been kicked off or kicking off now. So website for all of those details. And then something that's really valuable that I find on the ACGL website is that they have a free agents area where you can register yourself as a free agent. If you're an org and you're shopping for new players, then that's probably the first place I would start looking. The PC players are not being left in the dust either. Aiming Anonymous are doing the mostest for you guys as well, so go check those out. All of the links in the description. Like I mentioned previously in a previous episode, ACGL also do stuff for Xbox. I know Xbox isn't the main platform for competitive Call of Duty locally because PlayStation is like outnumbers them 5-1, but besides the point. That is it for the scene this week. I don't want to chat too much about the meta, considering that we did see the Pro League qualifiers for the last couple of Pro League spots. Massive upsets, obviously all over the place, considering that big teams, big tier teams and big names were expecting to make it through, unfortunately didn't. A lot of pro players saying they might be hanging up the sticks. A lot of pro players announcing their free agencies and saying that, hey guys, I can sub for Pro League teams. So not too much to really chat about the meta. I think we'll really have a proper discussion about meta once the rule set is updated. I know there was a little bit of a discussion, or at least a tweet that was posted by COD World League about the inclusion of Zero, and they said that they'd review that getting closer to the Pro League, which obviously will be starting now in February, I think. They wanted to keep it the same between Vegas and the qualifiers, and now that that is obviously gone, now they will be reviewing stuff. I know that a bunch of the updates have been changing spawns as well, which I know a lot of people are complaining about. But that is it for a little bit of chat of the meta, but not really too much of an in-depth on meta. A lot of people have been asking where the play's been, and I mentioned in the last week's episode how I want to keep these episodes a little bit shorter and try and condense them as much as possible. I didn't have so much to talk about this week, so sit back, relax, watch some plays from the over the past couple of weeks that I've been receiving, and I'll see you guys again in the outro.
Yeah. Mike? I got the collect.
UAV standing by. UAV has been destroyed.
Enemy lightning strike radar detected. Enemy lightning strike inbound.
Hellstorm strike successful.
Victory's close. Mission clock is running down.
No. Nice. Tank.
One tango left. Take him out.
One more middle.
Right to the next.
One for left side.
Yeah, let me.
I got your after,
Don't get in my way,
You guys
don't
can
get in
hit
my way.
that. You guys can hit that.
Arts is weak.
Just wait before you push.
We can all.
Oh shit.
Full
There's
front,
three.
full front.
Yeah, I'm not challenging.
Weak. 2 push the
Nice.
right, push left.
Two out. Yeah, two. You guys got this. Come, you guys got this.
Oh my
Nice.
word.
Nice.
Help
Keep
him,
it up,
help
keep
him.
it up, keep it up. Nice, one more. Two more. Max middle is weak. I'm going.
I got a sniper.
That is going to be it for episode 10 of the After Action Report. As always, I appreciate all of the support. So many muchnesses. I love that you guys are enjoying the videos as much as you are. Everyone's saying, oh, Shani, we appreciate so much of what you're doing for the CODZA community. I am just one part in a very, very big moving kind of machine that is at work here. Obviously, the players, the teams, the supporters, the content creators, so I fall under that category, I'd imagine. Obviously casters and tournament organizations and so there's a whole lot of people working together to improve the growth of CODZA. Obviously, as always, if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. I don't just post Call of Duty stuff, so if you're only here for that and you kind of want to see what else I do a whole bunch of other stuff, and you can just go check out the channel. Hopefully you are playing as close to 0 ping as possible. I have obviously been Shani today, and I will see you all in the next episode. Cheers!